Good morning. It's Jediah Rays again, Shirley Wade. And, I wanted to talk to you about Fellowship House program. And, I am at, they threatened to, they almost had a warrant out for my arrest for no reason because I had a stomach virus. I don't have the coronavirus. The test was negative. They made me go down to the emergency room and told me that it would be a warrant out for my arrest if I didn't go to the hospital. I went to the hospital and, right now I am staying at the Empowerment Center. It's a domestic violence shelter, and the address is 25005 Southwest 133. It's 130 3rd Street. The zip code is 330332, Miami, Florida. And the thing about it is, it's an unlawful arrest. And an unlawful warrant when you have a warrant on me. First of all, I'm an evangelist. I worked for state for many years in the first place. I worked in a shelter. I can work in a shelter if I want to. I also have. And I counseled so many people, and this is an injustice to me to tell me that you're going to arrest me when we're in a pandemic here, and so many people are sick. And right now, there's some stuff going around. It's not even the coronavirus, but there's some stuff going around. Even the lady, Alex, at the Fellowship House told me that she was sick, and a couple of other employees there told me that they were sick, but they didn't have the coronavirus. And I went to court on Zoom, and the judge told me that I had to comply with this program. They told me that I had to go back to the hospital to get a follow-up, which what's her name? What's the lady name? Well, one of the other employees from Fellowship House was lying to the judge and telling them that I had changed documents on the doctor's statement and all this kind of stuff, making up stuff, saying that I just went in for a cough. And they called down to the hospital and said that they had talked to doctors and all this, and there's HIPAA laws. Nobody has the right to tell them anything about my condition or anything. They didn't even ask me for a doctor's statement in the first place, is what I told the judge. I said, well, first of all, they didn't even ask me to have a doctor's statement, but Alexandria is her name, but they call her Alex. Alexandria had told me to send her a text, a picture of the discharge papers from the hospital. And so, you know, I just sent her the text or whatever, but, you know, that kind of stuff is even uncalled for. You know, they knew I was in the hospital. They also had the police all around there, all around the hospital, watching me while I was there coming from the hospital, you know, which was uncalled for. First of all, I work for state, you know, and you're not going to tell me that I don't have a right, you know, to, you know, it's an unjust cause here, you know, and they told me that I had to, you know, go to a follow-up program, which I told them, I said, you know, first of all, the doctors, you know, I already went to the hospital and the doctors told me that I had, you know, a stomach virus and, you know, the stomach flu. And so, you know, it just made no sense, you know, for them to put me through this. And she told me, I got a text from Alex telling me they sent the lady the evaluation for the courts out here, and the lady told me, and the lady, you know, she, you know, in the whole time of the interview, she saw how sick I was sneezing and everything, and you know, she saw how sick I was. And then I got a text from Alex saying, well, the lady from the evaluation said that you're not sick and that you wasn't sick at the evaluation, you know, and, you know, she had to take off, you know, and so I just, you know, all that kind of stuff is just really uncalled for. And then they want to threaten me and say, you know, they had the nerve to threaten me and said that they have a warrant if I didn't come to program. First of all, that program has me coming there from 10, I'm supposed to be there at 10 to 12, so they say, which is illegal. It's unlawful for them to even have me there in that program. And I had to sit in a group session with nothing but men. I'm the only female, and these men are criminals. Some of them, I don't know, some of them may be innocent like me in it, and you know, but it's a criminal program, where people have came from jail and prison and things like that, and they should not have me around criminals, you know. And on Tuesdays was the only day that they had me coming down there, but now they saying that it's mandatory for me to come down there every day, and I have to sit in a circle with criminals and every single day, and then go to a classroom with people that have been in criminals. The housing program they had me in was, you know, the lady, you know, was doing all kinds of, the lady that was doing all the witchcraft and stuff or whatever, she had shot somebody, and because they didn't give her drug money. And, you know, the other lady said that she was in it because she had, you know, did drugs and stuff like that. You're not going to have me, a Christian woman, in a program where people have done drugs and all that kind of stuff, you know, and, you know, they'll turn around and tell me I have a warrant. We can give you a warrant if you don't come to the program, if you don't stay in our house and all that. So the lady told, one of the ladies in the court when I was on Zoom, told the judge, well, Shirley is not fit to stay in our community housing, you know. And first of all, their community housing wasn't fit for me to stay in the first place, because I'm a Christian woman and I'm not a criminal. I was arrested off the beach for no reason at all. And when I was trying to tell the judge this, she said, well, we're not going to discuss the case. We're not going to discuss what happened. I said, well, are we in court? You know, because, you know, that's the thing. These people, they tell you, don't tell and discuss anything that happened with you with the courts and things like that. So it's like you don't, but they want to tell you that they could put a warrant out for your arrest if you don't make it to the programs, when they know they have to have somebody innocent like me, an evangelist. I went to Oral Roberts University, studied psychology, and things like that, and and I have helped many, many people. I'm on disability now. I'm not working at all now. Because I have been so traumatized because of all the things that I've been through with the police, and I'm also a victim of domestic violence. I'm a victim of family violence, but my abusers back home in St. Louis, Missouri, they would never want to murder me. Let's get that straight, and things like that, but. And it's really sick, what they've done, but they have no right to tell me that I'm not sick. They have no right to lie on me and tell me that I'm changing documents, on the doctor's statement and all that kind of stuff. I have a right to treat myself. I have a right to take care of myself when I'm sick. I have a right to use whatever days it needs to take for me to recover, and and that's the bottom line,